Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about top 5 fish for nano tanks. So these are all fish that I have actually personally kept. I did want to talk about fish that I've experienced before because I feel like there's a lot of lists out there, there's a lot of people talking about different kind of fish all the time, and some of them I've kept, some of them I haven't. But I obviously want to give you my experience on it, not just a Google search on what fish needs what and what water parameters there are. So I'm actually going to tell you what I'm keeping them at and how I keep them and the success that I've had and if I've had any like rough times. Okay, so the first one on my list is CPDs, or Celestial Pearl Danios. They've also been known as Galaxy Rasboras. I tend to see them mostly in Australia as Celestial Pearl Danios. So we've kept these guys, I've kept them for a while now, probably over 12 months. So I'm keeping my Celestial Pearl Danios in the fish room, which is a heated room. I keep the room heated to about 25 degrees. Their tank is sitting at roughly 23, 24. They're okay in that. They probably, I think their perfect temperature is 20. That was when I had them breeding the most. So when I had their tank at 20 degrees Celsius, they bred insanely well. I was having eggs, like 50 to 60 eggs a day. Like, it was insane. Now that I've upped the temperature a little bit, I have noticed a drop in the eggs. I can't change where they are right now because I am moving out of fish rooms, but eventually I'll get them into a slightly cooler room. Their pH is sitting, I think the pH here in the fish room in their tank is sitting at about 6.8. They like anywhere between 6.8 to 8. Obviously, once you get into those higher pH ranges, it can get a bit finicky, but mine are quite happy at a neutral pH range. I definitely recommend purchasing a minimum of 6 of these fish if you can find them, especially in Australia, because they're actually hard to find. But if you're in America, go for it. Purchase at least 6. I wouldn't put more than 6 in a 10 gallon or less, which is sort of what we're talking about here. We're talking about nano aquariums. So I'm thinking of a little 10 gallon, 40 to 50 litres. It's 1 foot by 1 foot basically is what you're probably looking at as a nano aquarium. Once you get smaller, that's when you get into like the realms of having a singular fish. These are not that fish. Definitely need them to be schooled. They definitely need to school to be feeling comfortable because they are a little flighty and very shy. They are fun to watch though because they are quite beautiful. They have like really beautiful patterning on the side. The boys have such vibrant orange fins, but they are constantly swimming around, constantly looking, darting, playing, and that sort of stuff. So they are really, really rewarding fish to keep. And I would definitely recommend them to anyone who's looking for this, you know, a little nano fish to keep in a little nano aquarium. Coly Loaches. I absolutely adore Coly Loaches. They are my favorite fish. I have many, and it was very hard to get this footage of them, so please appreciate it and like my video and tell me about your Coly Loaches and give me comments and tell me all of the things, please. So I creeped up to my tank, got the footage that you're seeing now, and yeah, I've had my Coly Loaches again for a while now. I've moved them from tank to tank to tank, hence why we've got some big mamas in there. You can see some real adult Coly Loaches and some baby Coly Loaches, which I don't think I purchased. I think I bred them accidentally. So yeah, that's great. I love them. They're the best. So my Coly Loaches, I'm keeping them in a current temperature of 24. They like a temperature between 22 and 26. However, they are extremely hardy fish. There is a lot of like stories out there where people have turned their setup completely off and then finally drained it and found a Coly Loach still alive. So they are very, very hardy. They're in their current tank that I'm keeping them in. We're looking at a pH of 7. They like 6.5 to 7.5, so very soft water. I would recommend in a 10 gallon or less, I would recommend grabbing 3 to 6 Coly Loaches. They need friends to feel comfortable. If they don't have anyone, like if they don't have any other Coly Loaches around them, they're never going to feel comfortable, they're never going to come out, and they probably will die of starvation. because they won't come out and eat because they're so shy. My group eat a little 2 foot. It's 2 by 1 by 1, and they have a lot of space to swim, a lot of space to hide, which is what they really enjoy. And I've got about 14 in there because it just kept growing and growing. But they're happy. There's no other real fish in there. I've had them with other fish. They're fine. Nothing's ever happened to them. Hiding spaces, they're great for planted tanks. You'll never see them, but they're great for planted tanks. I usually will see them if I'm sitting down, because they're in my lounge room. If I'm sitting down watching TV, I might just glance over, and there they are, watching TV or swimming around. So they are good fun in that respect, because when you do see them, you feel a little blessed. All right, so the next one on my list, number 3, is the Dwarf Panda Guppy. These are probably one of my favorite guppies that I've had. I've had them for a while. I love these guys. Basically the boys are a blue and white with lovely little fins, and the girls are silver. Guppies do like a little bit of a harder water, so I do add a little bit extra GH when I do my water changes in this. The other thing that you can do is pop some crushed coral in there. Guppies love it. They love those minerals. Put those minerals in that tank. Get them going. They will breed for you like crazy if the water is harder. So all of my friends out there that have hard tap water, get you some guppies. Their temperature range between 21 and 28. I'm keeping mine at 24. I've got guppies here in the fish room with no heaters because they don't need it. Their tanks are all sitting at 24. One of my favorite things about guppies is just how friendly they are. Guppies will always come to the glass. I know they just want food, but it's like, oh no, they love me. That's what's happening. And if you have boys and girls, you can breed them, sell them back to your local fish store, and maybe pay for their food or buy more fish or whatever you like. So guppies are a great one. Everyone who starts fish keeping should have guppies because it's gonna get you into it, because you're gonna have success with those guppies. They're gonna breed for you and you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Highly recommend, get you some guppies. So next we've got Pymmy Corys. These are my favorite Corys. They're so sweet. They're the first Corys I ever got. I've had them for a while, and when I first got them, I popped them in a tank that had like a no substrate tank, so bare bottom tank with rocks and some Java fern, and I basically just left them alone. If you're looking to breed Pymmy Corys, you're gonna wanna bring the pH down, so make it slightly acidic. I was getting eggs at 6.5, but I did find quite a few of them weren't viable, so I've started to lower my pH down to 6. You obviously want to be really aware of what your pH is doing at that level, because you don't want it to get to the point of like battery acid. They really appreciate it though. They like it. They come from Brazil, so they actually do come from a really acidic water originally. So, but with Pymmy Corys, they stay relatively small. They only get to about maybe, I think the girls get to like 2 centimeters, if that. And the boys stay really small, 1.5 centimeters. They're shy fish. They have really small mouths, so you will need to feed them really small food. They are a great addition to a nano aquarium. And you can keep them with a lot of other fish. So you could keep them with the guppies, you could keep them with, obviously you're not going to get breeding if you keep them with guppies and you make your water hard. They will tolerate it and they will survive in that. It's really more if you're looking to breed them that you want to bring that water down. So the last thing that I wanted to mention, the last option for a nano tank is shrimp. Cherry shrimp in particular, because cherry shrimp are easy, you can find them all the time, and they come in so many different colors. They do like more minerals in the water, so I do add a little extra GH to the water, much like my guppies. I've also kept them with guppies as well, which is great. I feel like that pairing goes really well as long as you have heaps of hiding places for the shrimp to hide into. So make sure you've got a lot of moss, saucertang, plants, things like that in there for them. But yeah, they're easy. Like honestly, I think they're one of the most easiest things I've kept. Neutral pH, higher GH. The minerals in the water help them shed, so that's why they like more calcium and things like that in the water. Lots of hiding places, and you should have success. Mine are breeding, so I haven't done much. I don't even feed them. I've just got them in some seasoned aquariums at the moment that have a lot of algae and have a lot of detritus and things like that in there. because they will basically clean it all up for you. They're really fun to watch. They like to swim around and move around, and you get to see them every now and again, and I highly recommend them. They're good fun. So yes, get cherry shrimp. That's another good one for a nano aquarium, and they can go in well under 10 gallons. I've got I actually did a video which you should check out, which is my nano tank for blue dream shrimp. That is in, I reckon that's a half gallon, very little. I've only got about 7 or 8 in there. If I do see babies in there, I tend to take them out because I do have multiple aquariums that they can go in. So yeah, you can definitely keep them in a smaller aquarium if you're looking for something super, super small. I wouldn't keep them in a jar, don't do that. But yes, you can keep them in relatively small aquariums quite successfully. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below about what you guys think and what you keep in your nano aquarium, because I definitely want to know about it. I really am enjoying doing these videos for you guys and seeing people that you're watching and commenting and liking, so I appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next one.